In this video, I'm going to be showing you the best squad strat that you can do within Roblox BedWars. If you do enjoy this video, and if you want to see more like this, be sure to hit that like button, subscribe, take a moment out of your time and hit that subscribe button. It helps the channel out so much. And don't forget the notification button, alright? And that being said, let's get right on into the video. So the first thing you need to do is get 25 iron to be able to get 48 wool. So when you get 48 wool, you can cover the bed if you want. I don't tend to cover the bed. However, this is an example on what you can do with the bed, and then you can stack it on almost like a pyramid. All right, that is the setup what you want to do if you're a more defensive player, or if you like prioritizing the building aspect before PvP. However, I recommend going for it. Okay, get emeralds, progress, but don't stay at the base for too long. Okay, if you stay at the base for too long, yes, you're gonna do very well. However, you got to take in the fact of other people are grinding as well and they're getting higher. So if you attack people early game, then you are going to get very early players that may necessarily not have, you know, the capability to kill you yet. So like the iron sword, the diamond sword, or higher damage. So it's always good rushing people early game before you start going defensive and progressing. However, what we're going to do, we are going to head over to Yellow's base and we are going to take them out as a unit. Okay, you always want to stay in with your group. If you're in a voice chat with them, that is the way to do it. Okay, you need to be in a voice chat with them and they all need to be on board with the same kind of strat. So if you're a Russian type, then you kind of want everybody to rush if you want the quickest game possible. However, maybe you are a defense player, then you would want people to be defensive but be good at PvP at the same time. So it's a bit of in between. Okay, next game, let's make sure we get that wool. You need 25 iron to be able to do that. And we're going to patch the bed again, just showing you the setup on what you want to do on squads. So that's the setup you want to do. And then you can add wood layers and obviously do better than wool. But then we're going to rush all the way to mid because we want to rush squads, okay? Because if we leave them be for too long, they're going to get very strong. So we need to be able to take them out before they even get anywhere, okay? So let's head all the way to Green's base. So my hopes is to get out their bed before they even notice. All right, so we have to be kind of quick before they notice. Oh, okay, look, by the looks of it, they've noticed, but for some reason I can't hit them from this angle anymore, so that is kind of weird. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna back off a little bit, gather some health, and then I'm gonna head back in just a moment. So now we're gonna head back and just go for it because some people have actually gone. But if you didn't know, there was actually increased distance with the pick. If you didn't know that, well, now you do, and it is a really good tactic to do when you're trying to attack a base. So it is a really good technique to use if you want to. But what we're gonna do, we are gonna head to green and use the generator because we do need to get some more iron to be able to obviously progress a little bit more. Okay, so now we've got 31. So once you raid a base, you kind of want to always stock up on your wool after a fight, just so you're able to obviously get to people's bases if you want to continue the rushing tactic. So obviously this is a tactic, it works for me. However, if it doesn't work for you, obviously that means you kind of need to improve on maybe a PvP aspect or maybe a defense aspect, depending on how you want to go. But these is my way of showing you a tactic for squads, and I technically do most of this solo. You got a squad where you're in a chat, that is the way you want to do. You always want to be in a chat with, you know, your squad, so you're able to actually go to different places and kind of know what to raid first. But that being said, you kind of want to always stay together as well when you're raiding a base. You don't want to go off on your own, as obviously I do in this video, because everyone's kind of defensive at the minute. So because squads, it's more of a slow paced game, and I get that. However, I recommend newer players to go into squads than obviously duos. We have got a whole video out on the duos tactic if you want to check that out. However, for squads, it's a lot more slow pace than duos. However, that being said, you can make it really fast paced if you want to, depending on your tactic. If you're a rush, if you like rushing, then this is the tactic for you. You always want to get into the PvP, take them out and win games very fast. However, in the case that you are a grinder, I don't recommend grinding to all the way to diamond and then attack, because by then somebody on your team would have already, you know, beat them and all of that. So in some cases, so I see people all the time grinding for emeralds, grinding for diamonds, and just overall trying to max themselves out before they even attack. When there's only 2 people left, left. So this current team that I was with on red team, they were actually grinding the whole game, and while there was one person left, they still were grinding. Okay, so you always want to make sure you check the leaderboard, check how many people there are, and if you see a teammate that is in need of help, then be sure to actually head to them, because I mean, there's no point grinding if you can win the game if there's 1v4, because I guarantee that 4 could beat 1 if you have, you know, the armor and kind of progress with the game while you fight the other player. So you could get emeralds if you wanted to, you could do absolutely anything you want. However, I recommend grinding emeralds while you attack. So like in the process, if you get 4 emeralds, then head back to base. If you don't get 4 emeralds, if you get 2 emeralds, make an ender pearl over to their base. It's a lot more simple doing it on the job than actually just grinding it over and over again, just waiting until you fully max your armor, as they are getting stronger than you. Okay, so look, that person has a diamond sword, however he's like trapped, but for some reason I can't actually hit him in that gap. It's kind of weird. I don't know what the mechanics are for this game now. It's kind of odd at the minute, but if you mine it, you'll get there. So that being said, the tactic is more of a rushing kind of way of doing it, but I mean, we won that, so that was pretty good via rushing on our own. Okay, so we need 25 iron to be able to get across to the mainland and then head across to somebody's base. So what we need to do, we need to get 25, and let's get as much wool as possible. So 48 will successfully get you across. However, what we're going to do, we are going to still go from mid. We're not going to go from that side island, even though it will save a lot of blocks. Some people would go across to the side island and round, and that is a really, really good tactic. The next thing I recommend is getting a diamond sword if the emerald are there, and if you are rushing, you know, be sure to make that diamond sword, because that little advantage will get you ahead. However, this person will try and probably beat us to it. However, I don't think it will manage that this time. Okay, so now we've got 4 emeralds, we're able to make that diamond sword, so that is really good. But we are being followed by the enemy team because they want the emeralds that we've just got, so they're going to be chasing us. So that's not going to be good, right? But what I'm going to do, I'm just going to put that there just so nobody can obviously get him. But I need to make this sword just before they get the emeralds. All right, so now we've got that, we want to head all the way back. So I don't know what our team's doing right now, so that's really not good. But look, that diamond sword did us really good. But you, again, I say this every single round, you always want a team that knows your strat and defends good, okay, and obviously protects and be aware the whole amount of time, so they're able to obviously progress and do the things that they need. But the next thing we want to do is probably make armor, but there seems to be emeralds around here, so I want to collect these just so nobody else can get them. Okay, so that honestly, for squads, there isn't really any strat to kind of go off of. It's only really simply knowing kind of tactic. Is it defensive or is it more attack? Well, squads is more of a defensive game mode, welcoming new players into the game, while duos is more of a quick game that you simply go to their bed and take them out. So it's really, really quick pace if you doing the duos one. That's it for this video. I hope you guys did enjoy and know how to do the strat on squads. So it's basically more of a rushing thing. However, that game mode is more defensive, so you'll see a lot more players in that kind of stacking up their gear, getting to diamonds before they start attacking. So do bear that in mind if you are going to be doing squads. However, with duos, we do have a strat guide for that one as well. If you want to check that one out, there will be a link to that down in the description. Thank you ever so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace out.